up. Enjoy, guys. Look.
It's a beautiful day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. Ah. We got any fans of Mr. Rogers out there today? Yeah? I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Don't encourage me. Are you all here for story time?
Yes.
Well, that's good, because I certainly have a story to tell. Gosh, I love to talk. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, mashed up with a very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it. It's CinderPOOL. Oh. You guys can clap more than that if you want. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Look at these adorable drawings, by the way. Aren't these cute? I scribbled these myself. All right. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together, shall we? 1, 2, 3.
Once upon a time.
Isn't that so much more fun when we're all in this together? For those of you that didn't join us on that last crowd participation moment, get your head in the game! Okay? Well, upon that time, once, CinderPOOL lived in a big mansion with her shiny-headed step professor and a bunch of hideous step mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that no one cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials. And for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underpants from the ceiling fan. The other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, such a cool name, was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super had a much larger fan base. I mean, this isn't story time with Colossus now, is it? One day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming. You see, King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3, the last truly relevant phase. CinderPOOL desperately wanted to go to the big battle, but Colossus, or should I say Colossus, said no. Too dangerous. CinderPOOL don't know how to be part of team. And then Colossus ripped off CinderPOOL's nicest costume before Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, such a cool name, blasted it to a million pieces with her mind powers before popping her gum. So Gen Z, on fleek, cap, no sigma. Or is it sigma, no cap? Oh, you kids get it either way. CinderPOOL felt very bummed and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Minus 10,000 aura, as Negasonic would say. He ran out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect. Oh, yeah. When all of a sudden, a big, sparkly, strange circle appeared out of nowhere. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle stepped out CinderPOOL's very hairy god mutant, Wolverine. Come on, Wolf, you actually have to step through the circle, otherwise the audience won't know that you're here. Yes. Oh, very hairy god mutant. I desperately want to go to the big battle, but my mean step mutants vaporize my costume.
Shut up.
Growled Wolverine lovingly.
What?
I don't have a costume and I need to go to the big battle.
So what? Why are you telling me? Just get another one.
Okay.
Stop whining. God.
Well, after that very sage and very seemingly Australian advice, CinderPOOL went off to the wardrobe department to get a freshly laundered costume, and then went to the big battle. CinderPOOL missed most of it, though, because he stopped for chimichangas along the way, you know, priorities. But when he got there, rest assured the Avengers were still winning. Captain America looked so cool and so ruggedly handsome. And CinderPOOL's very hairy god mutant Wolverine was it.
I'm going to pins.
Okay, well, honestly, that kind of checks out. All right. Well, anyway, when the aliens started finally fleeing away in defeat, CinderPOOL saw something on one of the steps of the spaceships. It was a single glove. Wow, it was so fancy, big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's relevant information. I wonder who this fits, thought CinderPOOL to himself before trying it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it adjusted right to CinderPOOL's arm. Then, out of nowhere, Iron Man came flying in out of left field screaming, "Hey, take that off. Don't you dare take this sacrifice from me. I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90. In fact, I would rather be doomed than play Iron Man again. Doomed, I tell you." Stop it. Oh, stop. If any of you were slightly confused by that last joke, don't worry, we're all a little confused. In a good way. And then other much less relevant Avengers came running too, saying things like, "Hey, put that down, that's not a toy, whatever you do, do not snap." So obviously CinderPOOL snapped. CinderPOOL snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. Then the weirdest thing happened, unrelated probably, but half the people kept disappearing and then reappearing and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said "I love you" like 3,000 times, which is super weird. But eventually, everyone came back. But then the Avengers tackled CinderPOOL and ripped off his new favorite glove. And then when they remade the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto CinderPOOL's body, and it went on to become the most profitable film in the Feige cinematic universe. The FCU, as I like to call it. But honestly, everything worked out for CinderPOOL because he went on to create his own, even more successful franchise. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, thank you, one child. I don't know why you're the only one that's seen it, but okay. It was so successful, in fact, that CinderPOOL was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2, Electric Boogaloo. Coming to theaters at some point. Well, that's the end. Game. You see what I did there? Okay, that didn't land well. Well, practice that in the shower all morning, no worries. Well, thank you all for coming to another illustrious story time with Deadpool.
I wish they keep this. I wish they would keep this.